brutal, fuck subtle. Spitfire Spotlight, step into the rumble.
This video is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, etc.
We don't even know if the book was real, though. To be fair. Okay, this makes more sense about the book. Hey, Cinderella. Tuxedo mask, $2 says, Lord, rebuke the wicked. Yep. Lord, please rebuke the wicked in Jesus' holy name. Rebuke it all. I rebuke the evil. I rebuke any and all evil and demonic attacks in Jesus Christ's holy name. Amen. All right, hold on. I saw this and I was like, okay, now I'd like to hear more about that. Nor do I like everything that Candace Owen says, because she says things that are...
Good night, Shayna. Sleep well. I'm not too far behind you.
It makes webinars a piece of cake.
Have you heard this, Shayna?
I'm confused.
I am telling you
about the roommate. You might want to hear this before you go. Let me come to you.
answers. Further to that point, I have found this strange from the beginning that for whatever reason, we're not hearing too much about this Lance guy other than like he's been extremely cooperative.
Hold on a
He's
second.
handed over his messages. I'm not implying that Lance was involved. I am implying
because this is a very interesting part right here, Shayna. But I mean, I know you got to get up at 4:30, so you could catch the replay, but I was just going to let you know, like,
was living in with Lance is owned by them. Tyler Robinson is paying rent to them. Okay, so they know Lance, obviously, and I'm going to cushion this with allegedly. It isn't allegedly that this is his family members telling me these details, but it is definitely, allegedly what they say until we can hear both sides. Okay, I'm going to pull this up because I took notes.
Listen to this
regarding Lance, because I want to know everything. Okay.
All right, here we go.
That he could not be around children, that they felt that he had become increasingly more radical, increasingly more dangerous, and just sort of off the rails. They said that they're unhappy that the media.
It seems he's the one that probably
fatherless children,
influenced.
It's probably one of them from over there, Miss Gloria. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. They always got to try to take digs like that. Right, Skywatcher? That's what I was thinking.
Me too. I agree with
Buy the story. Okay. Lance's family is telling me that they are not buying the current story and that they feel that more people are involved. First and foremost, they say that a lot of information should be able to be discerned by his devices because he was, according to them, deep web.
No, y'all can't stand it that I'm not responding, and I'm not going to. You're just going to get blocked. I'm not even sure. Let's keep going.
First and foremost, they say that a lot of information should be able to be discerned by his devices because he was, according to them, deep web. Okay. This is the person that is deep on the internet. They said that he was quite reclusive, that he was always on his devices, that he's always on the web, and that there should be more information that comes from there. Okay. He turned 22, they told me, back in August, and that he was, as I said, very into this dark web stuff. I asked what he was doing for work. Like, how are they even able to pay you guys rent? And they told me that he was doing some plumbing work with somebody else in the family.
So Lance was the one that's influencing him, in my opinion.
What? I don't know. We'll see. The type to like to have I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's a good question. I don't know. Is coming. Yeah.
That's what I believe too, Diana, to be honest.
All right. So all right. All right.
That's not it, you guys. I have more to tell you. I am going to, I guess, at first, let's get through some ads, and we're going to get into Bill Ackman's, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just wandering excuse or wandering answer to our episode yesterday, which really didn't say anything.
All right, give me a second.
And I've got more people reaching out to us, people that were at the event, people that were at Turning Point USA.
Yeah, Brian Atten said no vest.
Hold on a second. Body language analysis. We got to see this. This is interesting.
So there is some participation in this. He's not just sitting and doing nothing.
Be already aware of my presence or why I'm here, but if not, I am not entering a...
So Mr. Robinson, you have...
Now, if you're paying attention to the way that he was sitting just now, we're seeing a big breath in. This is not someone who is completely emotionless. He is scared right now. When you take a big breath in like that, it's because your heart is pumping faster. He's trying his best not to show it, but there's certainly some emotions going on under the surface. That's for sure.
Scortis,
Very well.
And I thank you for being here. So Mr. Robinson, you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court can appoint an attorney to represent you. I have reviewed your declaration of financial status and find that you are indigent. I'm provisionally appointing a Rule 8 qualified attorney to represent you on your case, Mr. Robinson.
So you saw him close his eyes as he bent his head forward, as he continues to acknowledge that what the judge is saying. When you close your eyes like that, that tends to be because you're thinking about something that you don't like. So I suppose the reality of having an attorney, maybe some of the reality of this situation is starting to sit into him a little bit. Now, you saw when he talked about self-incrimination, did one of these. He was withdrawing his lips. We do that when we think about not saying something, when we actively are thinking about what we don't want to say. So I think as that was said, he was already thinking about the fact that he is not going to say anything. I think he's going to be very difficult when it comes to talking to him about any kind of information. Have you ever Googled your own name or email address? Before I had Aura, I did, and wow, it was my full name, my old address, phone number, all sorts of information I did not want people to have. That's why I started using Aura, today's sponsor. If you've ever wondered how scammers get your number or why your inbox is drowning in spam, this is why. They're companies called data brokers that collect and sell your personal information to marketers, scammers, and yes, even stalkers. They do watching it disappear without you lifting a finger. It's an all-in-one digital security tool that gives you alerts if your personal info appears on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for crediting and banking, 24/7 identity monitoring, a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and more.
Yes, Your Honor, Chad Grunander for the state. I'm also joined, and they're listed as attendee.
Now you could see when the state jumped in, He leaned forward just a little bit. That's a way that we connect with others. So he's really going to be actually paying attention very intently here. So he is going to be participating in this process. He's certainly thinking about what's being said. So it's not somebody who's just looking around, leaning back, doesn't care what's going on. As soon as the state appeared, he leaned forward just a little bit. So this has got him on alert.
Fernando for the state. I'm also joined. We are the trial team on this case.
You're seeing someone who wants to maintain absolute control. As I said earlier, it reminds me so much of Brian Koberger when he would show up at hearings. I also want you to think about the fact that some people, after they've committed acts like this, reality sets in. They become emotionally fragile. They're upset. They're feeling intense. They can't sit still, or they cry. We are seeing a serious lack of emotion. And I'm going to tell you at the end of this what I think that implies. And I think that it could be pretty serious.
I'd like to bring up with your honor, we have filed a pretrial protective order on behalf of Erica Kirk. We would ask the court to review that. It should be in your queue, Your Honor, and sign that.
Is there any other business that we need to address today, counsel?
Just for the court's information, we did file just recently, within the last few minutes, a notice of intent to seek the death penalty that was filed by Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray.
So you saw him nod after they talked about the death penalty. You didn't see fear. You didn't see anxiety. You didn't see him try to pacify himself. This is someone who I suspect is going to fight. This is someone who's going to be as difficult as humanly possible if he's capable of being difficult.
Mr. Robinson, what I also want to do is you have the right to have the charges read that you stand charged of, and I wish to read those to you at this time.
I think those are also a way to maintain control, to say that he's the one that is in control here. So when they're speaking to him, saying, when the judge says, I'd like to read these to you, because that's the kind of decorum that judges have when they're speaking in court, he nods as though, yes, I'm giving you permission for that. So to me, there is a certain level of arrogance that's coming through here.
Y'all, I gotta go to sleep. I'm falling asleep.
I was going to say, Missy, you need to go nighty-night.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bring no more pain on myself. I'm very tired. It's hitting me. I'm getting sleepy, but we'll pick back up where we left off tomorrow. I hope that over on Patreon where we can all
might have been under some medication too. They might have gave him a sedative.
You too. All right, guys. That's gonna do it for me. I'm tired. I've been up since 5:30. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you. Anyway, I cannot. Another person, like they're trying to. They're just, you know what they do. Okay, guys. Good night. I love y'all. Thank you for everything. See you guys tomorrow. Well, damn. Bye, guys.
All right, that about covers it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Make sure to turn your bell notifications on. Until next time, be well.